Okay, hello everybody. Hello Ellis and Ivy and Mary and Milky and Philip and Quan and Mr. Carter. Hey Milky, how are you? And the Ted.
I'm great. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hello Miss Duke, how are you? And how is Ivy? How are you, Miss Duke?
Yes, I'm well, thank you. Wow, everyone's here already.
Yeah, they're good students. They
Some,
like to
some,
chat through the lesson.
yeah, some of them confused. They
Uh,
thought that we start at 7. So they
oh,
text me and they said, "Why
oh no,
teacher
you're
Brendan
right.
is not in the Zoom?" No, no,
Oh,
you're correct.
I'm okay.
We
Yeah, it's 9:30. Okay, I was worried. I
yeah.
was worried too.
But some of them just that they remember it's 7 o'clock. And so they asked me, why teacher Brendan is not in the Zoom?
Was it? It was 9:30, right? Yeah, there's one
Yeah.
class that's earlier, but that's Saturday. Saturday is
Uh-huh.
your earlier class. So, how was the national holiday in Australia, the horse racing?
I won.
Oh, and you put some money on it? Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Was it good money?
No, it's just little money for
A
fun.
little pocket money, a little fun money. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool. I love that. Oh my God,
I,
that's great.
I didn't what I said, I didn't
Yeah,
big amount, so yeah.
yeah. How was the weather in Melbourne for the horse races?
It was warm,
Oh,
quite
good.
warm. Yeah.
Hiroshima was just really cool and sunny, just a beautiful day. So I went out for a really long walk to buy things for the house. So it's great to have. I love this time of year in Hiroshima. Normally, November is a little bit cooler, but everything is much warmer now. It's unbelievable. September, October were really quite hot. So I don't know. Maybe climate change has really changed this place
Yeah.
permanently. So, by the way, are there any danger about Australia? I noticed some places were 40 degrees, the temperature. Is there any fire danger yet or dry condition danger?
No, I think that we still early. Normally is if the bushfire arrive around in beginning of the year,
Yeah.
like January, February. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
No,
you're
it's
still
still
safe.
the weather's still good, still
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
We're still springtime.
Oh, okay. You're drinking your coffee or tea. I'm on my tea also. My
Look
wife,
at my cup.
accounting. I love accounting. That's so great. Oh my gosh.
Make it on time.
Who is that? Mr. Ted, are you ready? Ted just reminded us it's time. Um, Ted's English is getting really better, if you can tell his mother. The boy is like almost speaking fluently now. And last spring and summer, he was a little shy, but something happened. And Ted, well, how did your English get so good so quickly?
How
Oh,
did your
it's,
brother?
Hello, Ted. Ted, we're curious. How did your English get so good so quickly?
Ted is younger brother of Mia.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Mia
a younger
Thompson.
brother.
Mia's
Yeah.
got these glasses now. She looks really like intelligent, like academics. So I always compliment her. And Mary is looking so much older now. Mary was like a little girl. Now she's like almost a teenager. So it's always great to see Mary. These are wonderful students, by the way. Milky, wonder job. What do you have there, Ted? Is it math?
No, it is science.
Science. I asked you guys the book. Can you read math and science book like you do a mystery book or Harry Potter? And some of the boys surprised me. They said, yeah, on a rainy Saturday, they can go through a math book like it's a reading book. Is that you, Ted? Can you do that?
What?
Just read a math book, start reading it and keep reading the pages like it's a book.
But because I want to be a scientist,
Oh, okay.
not
Good
a
for you.
mathematist.
Hey, what happened to your screen? It's all blurry, Ted. There he is. By the way, Ted, did you just shampoo your hair?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to call you Ted, the boy with the cleanest hair in class. Is that okay? All right, let's talk to Milky because I want to use Milky's debate presentation today to start class. What I like about Milky is you have good facial expressions, you use good voice intonation up and down. Your debate performance is always excellent. So shall we start with Milky and then we'll move on to Ivy as well. I'll tell you why I like Ivy's presentation in just a moment. But first, I'd like to start with Milky. Milky, how does that sound?
I don't know.
You have a really clear speaking voice and it works really well in debate. So let's take a listen, everybody, and we'll see what Milky can do here. I'll put it on the share screen for Milky, and here she is. Milky, don't be embarrassed. This is really good.
Hello everyone, my name is Monkey. Today I will tell you about social media. So, do you know social media? Social media are like some app that your parents or you also use, like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. So some will use it for studying or working, like your mom and your dad can use it to work. But with some children, they can use it to play and they can do something bad on it. So with these, social media is not good. We can use it in the right way, so it's good. But when we use it in the bad way, so it's not. Social media is the thing that everyone can use it. But when we use it in a bad way, it can be very bad for us. It can make us become a bad people, or also something on our health also not good. So when you're using social media too much, your eyes can be not good. So when you're using social media in the right ways, like studying, you can be very good. Or also you can using social media like Google for searching something about math or science, English is good. So that's like talking about social media. Thank you for listening and goodbye.
Bye-bye, Milky. Milky, wonderful, wonderful. By the way, Milky, I like your brother is in the background doing his homework. Like, that's really cool. All right, everybody, why was Milky's presentation really good? Can you tell me why you think it was good? Johnny and Ivy and Fawn?
I don't know.
Well, Ted, we're going to get the answer. Let's ask John. Johnny Quag, why do you think Milky's presentation, she remembered to do something important? What did she do in the first minute? Did you catch it?
Maybe she talked about the effect of when we use the social media so much.
Yeah. Okay. But in the first minute, I'll put this in chat, everybody. Do you see it? She defined the term. She said, well, what is social media? So that's really important in a debate. Just take 30 seconds in your debate because you only have about 4 minutes and tell, well, what are we talking about? We're talking about social media. Milky, you remember to do that. So everyone, please follow Milky's example because it's excellent. Very good, 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 good. Yeah. All right, let's go to Ivy because what I like about Ivy is Ivy, structure, structure, structure. I'll write it here. Ivy, you're really good at remembering the structure and dynamics of a debate. You remember really important structural points to keep your debate strong and in a box that is easily to recognize point by point what you're doing. So let's watch Ivy now. And I want you guys to really pay attention to Ivy because this really gets you guys to think about. If I could get it to start, here she goes. Okay, one moment, please. And here we go for Ivy. All right, here's Ivy. Play.
Hello, teacher and friends. My name is Ivy, and today I'm going to do Mr. Brandon homework. And the question is, what is the negative impact of social media? First, we have to know what is social media. Social media is the thing that is on phone or the internet. For example, Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok, and many more. social media can have some good impact, but just a little. For example, it can help you with the homework. You can calculate the mathematical questions, or you can use the dictionary for your English homework. And you can relaxing by playing games or texting with your friends or listening to your favorite music. But there are lots of negative impacts of social media. The first thing, it can be harmful for our health. The eyes get damaged and our focus is less because the brain gets used to screen viewing. It also overloads your brains too much, then there's no room for concentration in study. Nowadays, there are lots of teenagers using their phone through the bedtime, and so they always stay up very late and go to bed late, and the result is causing lack of sleep. Like my friends, she always stay up late, and when she's going to school, she almost sleep in the math class because she was too sleepy and tired. And when the math teacher called her, she doesn't focus, so she kept getting the answer of the questions wrong. So I think that will be a very good example for the negative impact of social media. Thank you for your listening. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Ivy. All right, last note. She includes a personal story of a friend. This is very important, everyone. So remember, include a personal story. It just takes a minute. You can say, I have a friend who used social media too much. She had to get glasses. Her grades were kind of bad. Things like this, you guys. So make sure you include a personal story, just a quick personal story, okay? All right. By the way, I saw Wes. Where is Wes? Let's say hello to Wes. Hello, Wes. How are you? How are you doing, Wes? Talk to us. We got to check your mic. We just see the top of your head, and we can see the top of Ted's head. So Ted and Wes's head. There's a very happy boy. And Victor, we're looking at just the top of Victor. You guys are all just the top of the head boys. Kind of funny, kind of funny. Fuang, how are you?
Yes.
Fuang, your presentation also very good because you have great voice control, great vocal control. What's called, the ability to use your voice well. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. We also have Ken. Ken, how are you? Ken uses the name Vu, I think. And Mary. Hello, Mary. Ken, how are you?
Fine.
Yeah. Hey, Ken, what happened? You got an accident? Did you fall down or something? You got burned?
I fell off my, I fell off my bike.
On the bicycle?
Yes.
Oh, no, I used to do that too. I fell like 3 times when I was a boy. Yeah, on your arm too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, be careful. Oh my God, poor Ken. Good. I got your file downloaded, Ken. So don't worry. It was good. I liked it. Nice presentation. And how about that, Mr. Carter? How are you, Carter?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
All right. Good. Now let's test. Give Carter a test. Carter, can you give us one good thing about social media and one bad thing?
I think the good thing is you can search the like it
And the bad
like
thing, Mr.
the
Carter?
information, and you will good better if you use it true. But
Yeah.
if you use it a lot, you
Mm.
will don't have any like your um, your knowledge,
Mm.
and you will
Mm.
just search and
Mm.
search.
Hey, Carter, in your school, can you use a smartphone or a tablet for research?
No, my school don't don't accept
Yeah.
that children are children is using the smartphone or tables.
Do they say it's okay to bring a tablet or a notebook computer or a smartphone to school?
So they say it's very not good
Okay,
because
yeah.
you will don't like learning not very good.
Yeah. Well, it changes school by school, Carter. So, yeah. All right. So I told you the story when I was in Taiwan. None of the students used their smartphones for research. They played games all during the classes. It was pretty terrible. I was thinking about those students from 2 years ago. They were kind of lazy, you guys. So be happy, you
Yeah.
guys all work really
So
hard.
they will bring this one. They very lazy and they play game all the time in the like the good, not very good.
Mm. Carter, I'll leave uh, a final message. It's too easy to get addicted to games and social media.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
like a good final thought. All right, Ted, what did you want to say? You raised your hand. Mr. Ted, did you want to say something?
No, I'm just waiting for a question.
All right. Okay, you guys ready? I want to show you. Today we're going to talk about rebuttals because rebuttals are really important in the debate. And so I made this worksheet for you, the lecture notes for today. And here we go, rebuttals. Now you remember I put the rebuttals here in Vietnamese for you because it's such an important word. Su bak bao, I guess is how you say it. Rebuttals, opening rebuttals. Let's see, who could be our reader? Let's go to Fuang. Can you read this part here?
Yes.
Okay.
Opening rebuttal, acknowledgements, and transitions. Will I respect the points made by my opponent? I must disagree with the conclusions. My opponent has raised some interesting points, but they are based on several misconceptions.
Yeah, misconceptions means mistakes about things. So the person reads their speech and then you sort of attack them, you go against them, you oppose them. This is what the rebuttal is. So for all of your presentations, I could offer a rebuttal, but this is difficult to do because I believe most of your information on social media is really good. So I wouldn't want to offer a rebuttal. I just wouldn't see why I would do that because everybody did a nice job on giving good things and bad things about social media. So instead, I want to introduce this. There was a student on Sunday, and in the debate class on Sunday, I asked the question, if you found 100 US dollars or about 500,000 Vietnamese dong on the sidewalk close to your school, would you give it to your teacher or give it to the principal of your school, or maybe even take it to the police station and say, somebody dropped big money and I want to give it back? And this boys' debate response was kind of shocking, you guys. This is his debate response. Kind of crazy. Hey, Carter, can you read this boys' debate response? It's all of this. Oh, you need your microphone, Carter. Carter, do you have your mic?
Oh dear,
Okay,
I
try
just
again.
speak in unmute.
Okay, here we go.
Strongly believe that you find $100, you shouldn't give it to police. And if the person comes by, they can take their money that they lose. There are two reasons why you should steal money. Firstly, people can't tell you steal that money or that you owe money and money that you also have a law of steal money from the fraud legally. Even you get caught by the police, F FBI for CA. As long as you win the case for the judge, you don't go to jail because you won case to don't go to jail.
Huh. And secondly?
And secondly, a lot of kids say Founder keeper. So it's 8 or 10 years old child saw money on the ground. They would find keep and they would keep the money and walk home happily with $100 in their pocket.
Yeah, so what this boy is saying, just take the money and don't tell the police. It's yours to keep. He even says it's okay to steal this money. I was really shocked by that. I thought, that's crazy, you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't think that's a. So I want to rebut, I want to restate his argument. And I'm going to put his argument right here that it is okay, perfectly okay to take money that you find and keep it for yourself. All right. Now, who can read all of this? I want to give it to Johnny Kwong. Are you there?
Yes.
Johnny Kwong, can you read this called Restating the Argument? This is my writing.
Restating the argument. My opponent argues that it is perfectly okay to take money that you find and keep it for yourself. However, his point fails to consider counterpoint that if the person is found picking up the money on CCTV camera in a public place, the police do have a right to arrest the person and to charge them with theft or of money.
Yeah.
This happened to an old friend of mine. He left 80,000 yen in the bank ATM. This is about 550 American dollars. An old woman found the money and she took it. The only problem is she was filmed by CCTV cameras. And she used the ATM after my friend, so the bank had her name. Police detectives visited her house and she told them that she was very poor and this is why she took the money. She had to pay back my friend over a 3-month period of 30,000 yen 2 times and a final payment of 20,000 yen.
Yeah. So my point is to push back against what this boy was saying. He says, oh, it's so easy. You pick up the money and nobody will know. This is not true because they have CCTV cameras everywhere. Maybe the boy would tell his friends, hey, I found $100 today. In this case, it was $550. And pretty soon someone's going to tell the police or tell the teacher. So you're going to get caught and you're going to get punished. So this idea that you could just take money and nobody will know, that's very foolish, you guys. But in a debate, you can't say, oh, that's very foolish. You have to push back by saying, my opponent argues, and this is the counterpoint. You don't have to write counterpoint here. You just write that. Okay. Let me ask you guys what you think of this finding $100. Jia Han Kwan Pham. Pham, are you there? Pham. Hello, Pham. How are you?
Hello.
You're smiling, so I called on you. How are you today, Pham?
I'm fine.
Pham, what do you think of this thing where, you know, you find, let's say, 500,000 Vietnamese dong on the sidewalk, and it's yours to keep? Do you agree or disagree? What do you think? Good to keep the money or give it to the police? Well, Pham, there's something with the microphone.
If an 8 to 10-year-old child keep them,
is it shocking?
Her money,
yeah.
Then it's impolite to do it without permission.
Exactly.
So I disagree.
Okay, so you're like here with me. You disagree that this is a pretty terrible thing to do. Yeah. I think so. Now you said without permission, fine. Actually, there's this really important word we can learn. Illegal means the police will actually. It's illegal means not legal, you guys. So the police will punish you if you do that. By the way, in Japan, if you find, like I found 30,000 yen in a beautiful Italian designer wallet, and the woman gave me 10% reward fee. So I got 3,000 yen, which was about $20 at the time. And she bought me delicious chocolate chip cookies. This was a really nice lady. She had a beautiful wallet made in Italy by Louis Vuitton. All of her credit cards and her IDs were in perfect condition. And then the money was 30,000 yen, about $200. And I looked at this wallet and I said, this poor lady, this is really terrible. And I went to the police box that very night and I gave back the money. And then the next morning, she called the school I worked at and said, I'm coming in with a surprise for Brendan, teacher. And she gave me 3,000 yen cash because that's the 10% reward fee. So that's how it is in Japan. You get a reward, you guys. Ivy, what do you think of this? Like finding money, what would you do? I'm curious.
Think I won't receive that money because I don't know the purpose of that.
Yeah. So you don't know the purpose of like someone else needs that money. You feel like you want to return it.
Yeah, because there's no purpose
Oh,
to give the money.
interesting response, Ivy. Is this what you said? Okay. Ivy, it's a really interesting reaction. There's a second part to this, you guys. Part two. Part two is in Japan, if the person doesn't ask for the money back after 3 months, I think, then you can keep it. So, for example, someone found a shoebox with millions of yen in it. Okay, so that's a true story. About 30 years ago, someone found a shoebox at an ATM in Osaka, Japan. They think the person didn't ask for the money back because maybe it was a criminal, like a bad person who left a lot of money in the ATM in a shoebox. So it's kind of a famous story. And the person could keep all $50,000. But they did go to the police with the shoebox. So it was an honest person. You guys, so what we're talking about is honesty or honest person. Okay, so let me just quickly show you the honesty or honest person in Google and share this. I want to go to my Vietnamese translator if I can find it. There's my Zoom. Let me go to English to Vietnamese. And so these are important words to learn, you guys. Okay, so here we go with honest person. Let me ask Ken, do you know this honest person?
Teacher.
Yes.
Người
What? Who's calling me? Who's
của
the
chung từ
teacher? Who is it? Victor? Is it?
Dad.
You guys, okay. Ted, do you know this word honesty?
Honesty.
Yeah, honesty. And then next I'm going to ask Ellis. Ellis, do you know this honesty or
Trung
honesty?
thật.
Yeah. So Ellis, what we're talking about today's debate is it better to be honest or the opposite? And then you guys, the opposite, the bad thing is dishonest. All right. So the boy said to keep the $100, he's being dishonest. Ellis, what do you think?
I think the boy is very dishonest
Yeah.
because he decided to keep the money and don't give it to the police.
Yeah. I thought that was very dishonest, right? Yeah. Okay.
And
Let's
who?
What do you say, Ted? Victor, what do you say? Victor, this boy, do you think he's being very dishonest if he doesn't return the $100?
Yes, very dishonest.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do so we can do this in class together. Now, do you see the chat box, everybody? You guys always use the chat box really nicely. Ted uses it nicely. Nobody spams it and puts strange stuff. In some of my classes on Sunday, the students fight with each other in chat, and it's not even about the class. You guys are very good about using chat. Can you use this language of the rebuttal, the subak bao, the rebuttal language? And let me see, I like this. So can you start? Can you take this and put it into the chat box? So everybody start your response with this because I want you to really practice this for a debate. It's kind of important debate language. And I want to use it for homework for this week is you have to say, my opponent argues that it is perfectly okay to take money that he has found off on the street and to keep it for himself. He even said it is okay to steal this money, which is unbelievable, you guys. That's kind of shocking. Okay, now for your debate response, can you say, this point fails to consider, okay? So can you, each of you, send me a message in chat, and if you could start each one with, this point fails to consider, ... You can write your answer in there, everybody. This point fails to consider ... like that, okay? So that's restating the argument style. The other ones, no, this is not so good for today. I just want you to focus this one. It's most important for a debate. My opponent argues that it is perfectly okay to take the money that you find and keep it for yourself. However, this point fails to consider. And then can you give me an argument right in the chat box? Just type it in and we can spend the next 10 minutes doing this. I'm curious to see what your responses are. And then I will put your responses into my notes for today. And then so for your homework this week, it will be to do a video or writing. Some of you like to write a response, but your videos are really good. Send a video using that exact language because you guys have to start practicing it, right? My opponent argues that social media is all positive. There are no bad things about it. However, this point fails to consider that some kids damage their eyes, some students get addicted, many people use too much brain energy and can't get to sleep at night, and they do poorly in class. That's sort of an Ivy response. So it's very convenient to use that. This point fails to consider, okay? But make sure you restate the argument. It's important to restate the argument. So for your social media, it would look like this. My opponent
Why is everyone so quiet?
Okay, guys, what do you think? There's a sample of social media, but see, Ellis, do you want to read your response or do you want to send it to chat?
Maybe send.
Okay, go ahead, send Ellis. It's perfectly fine. You have a great speaking voice, so if you speak this for homework in a video, no problems, Ellis. You do a great job, so don't worry about it. Victor, what do you think? Are you typing a response?
I'm typing.
Okay, so work on it, Victor. You have to just write this, but then you have to give us your own idea about finding the money, giving it to your teacher or the police or your mom and dad, or keeping it for yourself. You want to push back against this boy who said it. Oh, it's okay to keep the money. You want to fight back against it, Victor. So you have to give us an argument against it. Okay. How about Ken? Ken, do you understand what to do? No, okay, let me show you. So Ken, do you see the blue part here?
Yes.
Okay, so type it into chat. And then when you get to this, where it says, when you consider that, give us your own idea about returning money. Like, I think it's a good idea to return the money because the police will catch you. I think it's good to be an honest person, so give the money back. Ivy's was really great. Ivy, I really like your rebuttal was, I have no need for that money. It's just a very sensible, true argument. And it's excellent to hear a teenager make that argument, right? It's very mature, Ivy. So use that one in school. Your teachers will love it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's just a very honest response, Ivy. Mary, what do you think? Hey, Mary. So, Mary, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, so Mary, our focus for today is to type this into the chat, all right? And then tell me your idea to keep the money or return the money. What's the best thing to do? And why is that the best thing to do?
I think my opinion argument that is
Mary, I'll type what you say here, okay?
it is perfectly okay to take that money that you take on the road to give to the police station.
Okay. So you want to say, I think it's better to return the money to the police station? Do you think the police would catch you, Mary?
No.
So keep the money?
When we keep the money, police will catch us, but when we don't, police will don't take us because we don't take the money.
Okay, so don't even touch the money? I don't understand, Mary. Like it's better to do what?
Call the police, go to the place that
Oh, yeah,
we
okay. Go to the police. Yeah. Or your teacher, maybe, if you have an honest teacher. Something like that, Mary. Okay. So, Mary, you could say, however, this point fails to consider that being honest and returning the money, let's say, and turning the money in. Mary, what do you think? Do you see I just wrote that? Let's go to Fuang. Fuang, are you there? Fuang, what do you think? I have one response so far. It's Victor. My opinion is if you're working hard and have money, a little or a lot, you will be proud of your results. So then, Victor, do you keep the money or do you give it back?
I keep my money.
All right, but what if it's someone else's money you find on the sidewalk?
I will take it back for the owner.
Okay. Yeah. So, I was walking across a street in Taipei and an old man dropped a $500 coin, which is about $5 in America. Well, see, no, it's a lot. It's about $20. So I quickly ran up to him and he had a mask on. He was having a difficult time breathing. And I showed him the 500 Taiwanese dollar coin and he didn't understand. And I showed that he dropped it out of his pocket. And then he was all of a sudden very happy. Hey, Wes, how are you? Wes, you always have interesting ideas. What do you think? I'll type what you say here. Unless you want to type it yourself, Wes. Wes with the avatar. All right, Wes, talk to me. I see the lips moving. Is your microphone okay, Wes? Oh, it's kind of, it needs a little work. Wes, keep working on the microphone. Yeah, because you have good debate arguments. It's just the microphone. Wes, can you type into the chat your response? Okay. Hey, Alice, would you like to read your response to the class?
Okay.
Here we go.
Like in the chat?
Yeah, what you wrote in chat, because it's good to hear your voice as a debate.
Like, okay. I think it's a good idea to give police the money if we found it, because I think it is nice to be honest. And that boy is very dishonest because he decided to steal it.
Very nice, Alice. Yeah. By giving it to the police, you create good relations between you and the police. That happened to me in Japan, Alice. And so I had a very good working relationship with the police. And they know that I would walk home late at night. And so they would wave to me on Saturday morning because I helped them a lot with a lot of stuff. Some of it was really sad stuff. Like I found someone's dog was hit by a car and he was dead. So I could go to the policeman and tell them about it. And then they had to tell the old lady about her dog. But I'm glad that I told the police because they were nice guys who know how to take care of that kind of thing. And so it was important that I gave back money first, and then I could help, the police could help me with a sensitive situation. So sometimes it's good to get to know your local police. They can see you're an honest person, right? So Alice, great response, really good. Ivy, would you like to read yours?
Okay. Wait. My opponent argues that it is perfectly okay to take the money that you find and keep it for yourself. However, this point fails to consider that being honest and take the money to the police office. Moreover, there's no purpose for you to take that money, so I think is very polite. Think about the owner of the money sees you with their things and money, they will be very angry.
Nice, nice, really good. Do you know this word, Ivy? Empathy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's when you care about the other person, even if it's a stranger. So let's put that in English, you guys, because some of you are describing empathy, and this is a really important debate kind of thing to learn. Because empathy is about caring for other people, even if you don't know them, you just care about them. You want to have a good society. So there it is, empathy, empathy. Let's see. Ken, are you there, Mr. Ken? Hello, Ken.
Yes.
Ken, do you see this word empathy?
Empathy.
Empathy, and then there it is. Yeah, in Vietnam.
Sự đồng cảm.
Empathy. It's when you care about other people, so you give the money back. That's what Ivy was saying, and that is also what Alice was saying. It's really a good idea. All right, I want to go to Milky. Hey, Milky, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Milky, what do you have to say about this, finding the money on the highway?
Can you say again?
What do you think? You find money, and so what do you do? Do you give it to the police, give it to the teacher, keep it?
So with me, when I found it on my school, but if it's not mine, I will get it to my teacher, or I will hold it and get it to some teacher in my school are there in a park. I think I will hold it and I will give it to my mom, my dad, or when there's a police, I will give it to our police.
Okay. Milky, I'm going to write kind of what you said here. However, this point fails to consider that some of us have empathy. We care about other people. So I will give the money to my teacher or parents so they can get it to the police to give it back to the person who lost it. All right. Milky, can you read it one more time with your great speaking voice?
Read again what I'm saying.
Yeah, it says the blue part here. This is almost what you said, but I added some stuff to it.
Okay. The blue one, right? Read off it.
The blue.
This happened to an old friend of mine. He lives aiding in the bank ATM. This is about 515 American dollar. An old man found the money and she took it. The only problem is she was filmed by CCTV cameras and she used the ATM after my friend, so the bank had her name. The police detectives visit her house and she told them that she's very poor and this is why she took the money. She has to pay back my friend over 3 months parole of 30 years, 2 times, and a final payment for 20 years. This one is good too. It was claimed by my opponent that keeping lost money is a good thing to do. On the contrary, it's a kind of dishonesty, create bad feeling between people.
What do you think, Milky? I put that last part just now. It was claimed by my opponent that keeping lost money is a good thing to do. On the contrary, this kind of dishonesty creates bad feelings between people, right? All right, I want to give that one to Carter because I haven't heard Carter. Hey, Carter. Carter, are you there?
Hello, teacher.
All right. Carter, can you read this one because you can use some practice?
It was claimed by my opponents that keeping loose money is a good thing to do. On the contrary, the kind of dishonesty created by feeling between people. If the person found it was me who kept the money. Let's say it was another student at school. I might get into fight or might be punished by principal of the school.
Yeah. All right. So do you agree with it, Carter?
Yes.
Yeah, I think most of the people know this, right? Hey, how's Fam doing? Fam? Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so Fam, if this situation happened at school, like in the classroom, some money fell on the floor, if the person finds it and keeps it, do you think that's going to create some serious problems in the class?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So maybe we could do this one too. I like this one. On the contrary, we have to think about the classroom environment and the negative effects being dishonest can have. If people keep lost money, then no one will trust anyone. What do you think, Mary? Do you agree with this? What do you think? Hey, Mary, what do you think? You have to turn on your mic, though. It's kind of a difficult one. You know, it's like a big idea. Ivy, do you see what I wrote there? Ivy's cool glasses. Ivy, what do you think of that blue part? Do you think that's kind of an advanced thing that I put there? Do you see the blue, the highlighted blue? So, do you think that's true? It's just a thought that I had.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. That's more of a secondary school thing, though. Good, good, good. Fuang, what do you think? Let's talk to Fuang. Fuang, how are you? I'm trying to give everyone a chance. So Fuang, go ahead. Fuang, are you there? Miss Fuang. Fuang, hello. Fuang is frozen. Fuang, are you there? I think your camera froze. Yeah. Alice, can you talk to me? Alice, I added this blue part, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Like you have to keep the classroom feelings good between people?
Maybe.
Maybe. Alice, you're a really nice person. Do you have any problems with other students in class?
Sometimes, but I don't like we don't really angry at each other's long.
What do you get angry about?
Like for some crazy reason, I don't even know.
Yeah. Is it ever being dishonest?
No, not.
Okay, so most of the students are honest in your classroom and at your school?
Not all, but just.
Oh, not all. Yeah. So sometimes there are problems?
Yeah.
Does it create like bad feelings between the students?
I don't know.
Yeah. So do you think that would be a good debate question for you guys? Is it important to have good relationships with your fellow students so that the classroom has a good environment? Yeah, I think I'm getting closer to that one. Fuang, are you there? Hello, Fuang.
Yes.
Hey, Fuang, what do you think of this blue part here? On the contrary, we have to think about the classroom environment. Negative effects being dishonest can have. If people keep lost money, they don't return it, then no one will trust anyone in your classroom. And the feeling between students won't be so good. Do you agree with that?
Mm,
All right, let me ask Milky. Milky, are you there? Milky, do you think
yes.
that it's important your classroom environment, your friendships with other students are important?
Uh, I think I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. Do you have any problems in your classroom, like between yourself and other students?
With some problem.
Yeah.
My classroom just have one problem that my friend make up.
Oh, what is that?
Okay, so now I will tell you. So
Okay.
the yesterday, oh not on Monday, she sit next to another boy.
Mm.
Then the other boy like appealing and he's shocked. She very angry. Then she hit him. His face like running blood, and she hit like very. I don't know what she hit, but my friend said she hit that make him very hurt on his face.
Oh, she slapped him on the face. Wow, that's kind of.
No, not slap. I don't know. She using her nails.
Oh, her
And
nails. Oh no, Milky. Oh no, did the teacher know about this?
yes. And then at Thursday, she cannot go to school.
Yeah. Oh no, Milky, very serious. So I don't mean to smile, but that's kind of serious. So you could write, my friend was suspended for 1 day from school because she scratched another boy's face. Milky, what did the boy say? Do you know? Like, how did he get that angry?
Uh, he not saying anything, but he just take her notebook and then he just take her notebook and then he look at it, then he put it in his table. Then she angry.
Oh. Did she have private messages in her notebook?
I think yes, because that her drawing notebook.
Yeah.
And I think she said she had some secret in it.
Oh. Wow. Serious situation. So, Milky, I really like this one. So, I'm going to go down here. And for our homework for this week, you guys, I'm going to take Milky's story, right? And we're going to use that for homework. So here's Milky's story so everyone can see it. Okay. Do you guys know suspended? Suspended means here. All right. Let me ask Ivy. Ivy, is your suspension system at your secondary school? If you get a 1 day suspension, do you get 0 on your work if there's an important test or something?
I think yes, because I'm never get suspended
Yeah,
since
you're a good person, so I don't see you getting suspended. Did you know anyone who do you know anyone who got suspended?
yes.
Yeah, was the behavior pretty bad or were they cheating on a test or
Uh, their behavior with the teacher is bad.
yeah. And so did they get a 0 on something? Because that can really hurt your grades.
I don't know because on that day we don't have any important test.
Oh, okay. Now, if there was a test, does that mean you can't take the test?
Yes, sometimes. But I think that the teacher will let that students to take the test again with only that students and no one else. I think.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I can write this, Ivy. The policy is different in Vietnam. Um, tests are just rescheduled for students who get suspended. Okay. All right. So can I ask you guys a crazy debate question for Mary and for Carter and Ivy and for Fam and Ken? Are you guys ready for it? Because Ivy told us this great story. Milky did. First, let me check with Wes. Are you out there? What's going on, Wes?
Yes.
Wes, did you hear the story about suspending for fighting in school? Do you think that's fair to give a suspension?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know
And
any do you know any students who got suspended, Wes?
yeah, I do know some students from my old school that got suspended.
Was the behavior really bad?
They're actually very bad. They actually bullied, and eventually, whenever a kid came their money, and then they just bully them and take the money and basically just go to the fast food stand and right to set up at school and just buy stuff over there.
Wow, wow, wow. Hey, Wes, do you go to an international school then?
No.
Okay, because you speak so fast. Did you live in another country, Wes?
No, I still live in Vietnam.
Okay, amazing English, Wes, because you described it. It sounds like you were at an American school in one of the big Vietnamese cities. They have those in Taiwan and Japan. They have the British school and the Canadian school and the American school. And the kids speak like you, Wes, like just super fast. So nice work, Wes. Okay. You guys, what do you think of a debate question? Ivy and Fuang and Milky, are suspensions always fair? What do you think? Is that a good? Can you guys give me 1 or 2 minutes on a debate?
Teacher,
Yeah. Mr. Ted.
I did not have a chance.
All right. We're talking about suspensions, Ted. Do you think it's okay to suspend kids from school? Like for one day, you can't come to school because your behavior was so bad. Do you agree or disagree, Mr. Ted?
And agree. I okay. I often agree. It what I but
Okay, what do you think? Remember in some of my comments, I said, please put your personal stories in there to make a stronger debate. So for on this debate response, you guys definitely don't say the student's name. That's not fair. Just describe how bad the behavior was. And then you say it was fair, it was not fair to suspend for one day, okay? Like Milky's story was amazing, Milky. I hope your friend, I feel sorry for both the boy who took the notebook and for your friend, because that's kind of serious punishment. But the scratching of the face is serious too, right? So I will make a copy of this for you guys. I just want to read. Wes said, "Sort of fair, not fair if someone tries to get you suspended and succeeds." Oh, Wes, really good point, right? Yeah, Wes, excellent point. So wow, Wes, someone here. I'm going to just put this here. Wes's point. What if you are being trapped? Someone tries to get you suspended. Nice, Wes. Wes Wes, you should definitely think about being a lawyer with debate. That's actually a really good defense, to use.
That's
Yes, Ted, did you think about what you wanted to say? All right. You guys, final word. It's called provoke, is this here. Yeah, so that's what Wes is describing, provoke. They provoke you into bad behavior. And that's that's actually an excellent point, Ted, because Wes, because I've seen that before.
I think he is better than me.
Yeah, it's pretty bad behavior. And some kids do it. Ivy, have you seen students provoke each other?
Yes, but like they just doing like a joke, but
Yeah.
not serious.
Do you see some of those jokes though
They
that
do
get
it,
really
they can be kicked out of the school.
do you see those jokes that get really out of hand though, like it starts as a joke and then it gets really serious?
Yeah, I see one of those, but at my school, it's very strict because if you like provoke for like one times, you provoke other friends to do like the bad things, and then you will get kicked out of the school right now.
Okay, yeah. So then,
Time.
no, that's fine. I'm gonna write that, Ivy. If provoking gets bad enough, so we'll go back to black here. If provoking gets bad enough,
And my school doesn't allow to fight or even argues. If it argues like in a normal way or don't argues in a serious problem, that would be okay. But if they fight and like curse to each other, they will be like they will also be kicked out of the school or suspended for like weeks.
wow. And that's the serious stuff, right?
Yes, because my school don't allow to fight.
Mm.
And if there's something that it's like make you that's drive you crazy, you have to calm down, because my school wants the students to be calm down and like solve the problems just by just by communicates to each other and you fights.
See, that sounds like the best thing to do. Can you put that all in your debate response? Because it's excellent stuff. Really good. And you can help the younger students understand secondary school, I think. Okay. So you guys, I did that one. Serious punishment. This one is expelled from school, you guys. This is the real serious stuff, okay? So that is expelled from school. Let me see. Expelled from school. Ivy, is that a good translation?
Well,
yeah, this one here, I found this on.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Good. Thanks, excellent. Okay, there it is, you guys, for your homework. Give us your impression of suspension. Do you think it's fair or is it too strong? And then don't forget what Wes said. You can be provoked into a bad behavior. All of this is really good debate material. All right. Ted, were you happy? You're fine. Okay, you did join in class, so don't worry about it, Ted. You gave your opinion. Okay, everybody, I'll put this in Zalo. Have a good, tomorrow is Thursday, so have a good Thursday in school, okay? Don't get into any fights. Bye, everyone. It's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for working so hard, everyone. False accusation, Wes, I'm going to copy this too and put this into the notes, okay? Because Wes, you're a good research person. Okay, bye, everyone.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Teacher.
Bye, Wes.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye, Fuang. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Mr. Ted.
Goodbye, teacher. See you again.
Bye-bye. Take care, Ken. Bye-bye, Victor.
Bye.